This is CBS 42's Friday Football Fever, sponsored by Southeast Crane and Hoist.
Thank you, ladies, and welcome to Friday Football Fever. It is the final week of the regular season. Plenty of highlights to get to, but first we send it to Melissa Kim and Patrick Claybon, who are going to give us the lay of the land in Fayetteville as Auburn gets ready for tomorrow's big game against Arkansas.
Yeah, Lauren, a bit cooler here in Fayetteville, Arkansas tonight, but not so for the tensions between the two teams. But Melissa Kim saw them get off the bus today. Not a lot of emotion from Auburn.
Absolutely not, Patrick. When they got the bus today here at Razorback Stadium, total game face from Gus Malzahn and his players. Didn't really even stop to talk with us, but we did catch them before they left Auburn this morning.
Very important game going on the road. We need to play well. We've been talking about improving each week, and we'll need to do the same thing this week. You know, you got to protect the football when you're on the road. We got to deal with the noise and just got to play good assignment football.
Gus has got an extremely unique package that obviously they're grasping very, very well, and they got players that fit into it. I think that their execution has gotten better every game, which means that the kids are buying into it 100 degrees.
So that's what the coaches actually did say as far as Gus Malzahn and his starting quarterback. Didn't say a lot about whether or not Nick Marshall would play, but he does have a lot of confidence in Jeremy Johnson.
That's right, Patrick. I mean, Jeremy Johnson took as many snaps as Nick Marshall did this week in practice.
And so we see the quarterbacks coming on the field tomorrow. We'll need to see Arkansas stop the run if they have any hope of stopping Auburn. 7.3 yards a carry in their last two games, giving up on the ground. They're going to need to do something about that, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Melissa and Patrick. We will be joined by them tomorrow for the start of our college football coverage. Inside College Football kicks off at noon. We will then have the post-game show after the Florida-Georgia game, and then join us again at 10:15 for a game day wrap. Now let's get back to high school football. Some teams playing for a playoff berth, others playing for momentum going into the postseason. Vestavia Hills taking on Florence and the Rebels D. Well, they're strong as can be, as Will Kirby here is going to get the sack. And did I hear you say you want more defense? Yeah, you got it. Vestavia Hills strips the ball here, and they are going to take it inside the red zone. Good defense, and that's always what we call up a nice setup. Jordan Johnson will finish the drive with a 3-yard run. The Rebs win 21-7 and host Decatur next week in round 2, one of the playoffs. Now, Mountain Brook gets Florence in round 1 tonight. They hosted Park. Spartans driving in the first quarter. Jacob Carroll here drops back, dumps it to Drew Odom. He's going to take it all the way to the house. He dives in the end zone, and Parker's coach, George Bates, watching in his defense. And the second, Carroll goes deep, but the herd is there. Deontay Sims with the interception. Spartans are going to win this one 41-13. Now, ClayChalkville already in the playoffs, just trying to end the regular season on a high note, and they begin the music with Terrell West. He's going to take the ball. He's going 59 yards for the touchdown run, and that's going to put ClayChalkville up 7-0 at this point in the game. But Oak Mountain, they're going to break out the air attack. Lewis Shader here passes to Avery Guyan, and that's an 18-yard touchdown. The Cougars, though, they're fierce. They win big tonight, 50-22, and will play Hillcrest Tuscaloosa in the opening round of the playoffs.
Now the Southeast Crane and Hoist Game of the Week.
That's right, folks. It's that time. Our Southeast Crane and Hoist Game of the Week guru, Chris Womack, and he joins us live from Coleman to tell us if Centerpoint or Coleman delivered the final blow. And hey, Chris, the man of many voices, I know, spoiler alert.
All right, Lauren, I'm not quite sure how to react to that, but I will tell you this. We give you such in-depth coverage. We're here longer than the guy that turns the lights on at Coleman Field. I promise that there is a field back there, but how could we leave? We are so excited about this 5A showdown, Coleman and Centerpoint. CBS42 coming at you live from Bearcat country, but early in the first quarter, it's the Eagles getting off to a hard start. Keelan Knight rolls out, throws a 15-yard dart to Xavier Perkins. Centerpoint cheerleaders loving that, but then Will Crenshaw drives it up the middle from 8 yards out, and then the Coleman Cavalry, they say, hey, we do a lot of driving too. The score was 7-6 at half, but then Centerpoint back to the air. Oliver Jones, please sir, may I have another touchdown? The cheerleaders really pumped, then Virgil stuttered, goes on in an Aeneid-esque quest, rumbling 65 yards for 6. That would put them up 18-7, and then, of course, hey, coach, you look too dry. Centerpoint celebrates the big win. Final score would be 26-7. Centerpoint ends the regular season with a 9-1 record. After the game, Coach Hall talked about finding their friend momentum heading into the playoffs.
I think it's a big uplift for us. We know that when it's a game that against a quality opponent late, we want to try to make sure we came out healthy. And I'll tell you what a contest.
Now the Southeast Crane and Hoist heavy lifter of the game.
Lauren, we actually have a first here tonight. Our Southeast Crane and Hoist heavy lifter of the week didn't record a single stat. In fact, he didn't even play in the game. It's Andrew Winfrey. He was a sophomore during the 2011-2012 school year. He was all-state at safety, but he was in a car wreck in February of 2012. Tonight, before the game on senior night, he walked for the very first time. And after the game, or before the game rather, he talked about how much he loves this place.
It feels great. Finally a senior.
Located near the flagpole.
How much do you love the
Parents,
Coleman
please.
Bearcats?
Supervisor,
I would die for them.
safety at all times.
What do your
Also,
teammates mean to you?
Sonic Drive-In
They mean
to cheer on the Bearcats.
life or death to me.
Sonic.
That's a really, really powerful young man. Refuses to get up. It was an honor to meet him tonight. Lauren, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Wow, that's awesome. He rocks. Everybody rocks. We'll see you shortly. Now, time now for some more highlights around the region. Shades Valley and Pelham trading blows tonight, and both teams already in the playoffs, but these students here want some bragging rights, and the Panthers, they're going to score first. Devin Mines hands off to Seth Koloski. He punches it in for 2 yards, 7-0 Pelham. The Mounties have an answer, though. Rashad Louie, we know him. He's going to roll out Keith Mixon, his go-to guy. Mixon, he's getting paid tonight. The Mounties win 55-20 and will host Buckhorn next Friday. Pelham travels to Fairhope. Midfield at Bessemer City, nice bird's eye shot there from our friend Teddy Mack. The Patriots will score first. Aaron Gaines goes over the middle to Joseph Murray for the touchdown. The dance team is going to rock it out tonight. The Purple Tigers, though, they have something for us. Ricky McCall calling his own number. Little pinball into the end zone. Bessemer City survives the regular season with just one loss. Bessemer wins 34-6. They host Gaston City in round one. Midfield goes to Slocum. And that is all we have for this side of Friday Football Fever. More when we return from the break. Hey fans, it's our Alpha Fan Cam featuring, well, of course, a lot of screaming fans loving the costumes of Banana there, a gorilla, and some guys decked out in their tuxedos. Getting a little formal tonight. Now welcome back to Friday Football Fever, your source for outstanding high school football. Fitting that profile, Oneonta, the Redskins going for their 9th consecutive win tonight, but they have to get past Mortimer Jordan. Co-Pal here will hand this one off to Terrell McDaniel for the score. That puts the Redskins up 7-0. MJ quarterback Devlin Hodges, though, answers with some brotherly love. 2-point conversion, no good. They will recover the onside kick, but no more scoring for the Blue Devils. Oneonta wins this one big 38-6 and will host West Limestone. Mortimer Jordan goes to Muscle Shoals. Now Pinson Valley and Briarwood, Christian both playoff bound. The lines are fired up. The Indians, though, here's the long ball. Brooks Garrett hits Trey Underwood in the end zone. Hey, there's the Banana fan again. Love him. Briarwood answers. Luke Cunningham gets the zone and the line. He's not asleep tonight. Briarwood wins 23-13. And, of course, no sleeping for Chris Womack either. The energy drinks keep this guy going around the clock. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Lauren, they kind of have to. I mean, you know, I'm in the middle of the night right now out here in Coleman, Alabama, but even with the loss tonight, Coleman finishes the season at 7-3. They're still going to the postseason. They play Moody High School next week. So Coach Britton was saying this game is a tune-up, and they need to head into the postseason as strong as possible, and he talks about that in tonight's Mic'd Up.
Now get mic'd up. Sponsored by Alabama Telco Credit Union.
This is a great thing for us. Senior night, just a great group of young men. Ball! Yeah, get on it! Yeah! Hey, out of bounds. Hey, good job, Tyler. Hey, 2 out of 3 times we're getting drilled now. Tighten up, Mace, tighten up. They're coming off our blocks. Maintain our blocks and stay up in there now. Let's go. Hey, Mark. Come on, get off there. Hit and spin. Let's go. Hey, watch your football front line. Here we go. Tell me why 2nd down. That was a first down play. That was a first down play. Hey, go, turn and go, turn and go, turn and go. I need you in this game, you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Come on. Hey, nice play on first down. Hey, who's he going in for? Hey, get out. Come on. Good, turn it up. No penalties. I don't give a rip what they're doing. No penalties. We got to knock it down there. They're trying to get you in their game. Hit them in the mouth now. Come on, drive the football. It's been a great experience, and you know, we got playoffs coming up. We got to get focused. There's nothing better to be doing than being in a high school football game for me.
And as I said, Coleman's taking on Moody High School next week. As for the Centerpoint Eagles, they will be hosting the Athens High School Golden Eagles. So, Lauren, we got a lot of great football yet to play. Back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Love to hear those engines roar. Go enjoy a Red Bull, and I'll finish things up here. All right, more highlights in this one out of class, but plenty of class from both of these teams. Last but not least, we got Tuscaloosa hosting Pell City on senior night. The charge is on for Pell City. Jackson Williamson, he's going to dial things up, and he decides he's going to call his own number on this one to get the Panthers on the board. He strolls into the end zone, but the Claws are going to come out in this cat fight. Seth Franks goes long to Jake Colburn. Colburn brought down just short of the goal line, but Derek Burns, he's going to come up big. He's going to finish this drive to lock up the ball game. They're tied up, but Pell City's going to go on to win this one 38-28, going back to Oxford next week for the rematch. In Gaston City at Hewitt Trussville, just before halftime, Clayton Palmer takes it in for a 2-yard run. Your score there, 10-9 Gadsden City. Back at you, though, Hewitt returns the favor. Ahmad Duramus passes Devontae Blatt for the 49-yard score. It's 14-10 for the Huskies. We're speeding things up now. Gadsden City says right back at you. This time it's going to be William Bailey hitting DeMarcus Kelly with a long TD. The Huskies win this one 17-14. Both teams still headed to the postseason. And your play of the day actually comes from last night's game at McAdory hosting Woodlawn. Woodlawn tries to get their offense going through the air in the rain, but Roy Darius Ellison having none of that. He picks it off and then goes to the end zone. McAdory handles this rain fest 41-14. And that, my friends, a wrap on the 2013 regular season. It has been fun. More where that came from, same time, same place, right here on CBS42 next Friday. We'll leave you now with a last look from Coleman and the sights and sounds from tonight's action. Join us again tomorrow for a full day of college football coverage. Until then, good night.